to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Shawna. If you're not new, thank you for coming back. So I still get a lot of DMs. For the people who do reach out to me, I love when you guys message me. And sometimes it's students who are over there in Cuba and they're just starting and they're doing Spanish and they're freaking out and are looking for advice. So this is a letter to my first years. Everything about me. So people, for those who reach out, for those who don't reach out and are worried, right? Firstly, congratulations for getting into med school or whatever course it is that you're doing in Cuba. Trust me, it is no easy task and it's not a simple thing. That's the first thing that you need to remember. If you weren't supposed to get in, you wouldn't get in. Secondly, it is normal and it is okay to be freaking out like, oh my god, what am I doing here? This is a scary ass country, life odd, why am I choosing this for myself? It is normal, it is, and you're going to feel like you're struggling all the time. I did, and it is frustrating. So the very first thing that I always want to tell people, make sure that this is something that you want to do. Make sure that you wanted to study in Cuba and it wasn't just a thing where your parents were like, oh, go to Cuba, because you are the one who's going to be here. You are the one who's going to be dealing with the frustration, the struggles, the food shortage, like all of that jazz. So make sure that for whatever reason you're coming for, it is a good reason. Make sure that you decided to come on your own. So when all of the issues hits, you are able to say, I chose this. This is what I want and this is still what I want, right? Next, as it relates to Spanish, you just come. You're not going to just get up and be able to grasp Spanish just so. You didn't speak it before, even if you did it in high school, even if you did CSEC and you passed. I did CSEC and I did get a good grade for Spanish. However, it didn't happen when I came here because you're in class with people who have been speaking this language the entire time. They can't speak English, and even if they can't speak English, they can't speak it as well as you do. They don't understand half the stuff. So why you think that you just entering a country, you would just grasp it in 1 year? It takes longer than a year to be able to speak Spanish at a good rate. And even if you are in class and you see other people who are excelling ahead of you in the very same Spanish and you're like, we started at the same time, you don't know what that person is doing in the quiet of the night. They're going home, they're studying, they're pushing themselves even more. Maybe you are too, but everybody progresses at a different rate. So it takes time. Stop stress out yourself like, oh my god, I'm afraid I'm going to flunk out. There's no way that you're failing out your very first year. Reserve all of that stress, all of that anxiety and everything that you're feeling for when you start med school, and try and grasp everything as it relates to Spanish from now, because trust me, this is the slowest pace that you're going to be at. This is the easy route. Once you start med school, no one cares if you understand or not. So make sure that you grasp all of the Spanish tactics, all of the Spanish little tips. If there's a way for you to understand a word that seems wild, do it from now, learn it from now. Make all of your mistakes now, because when you start med school, it's going to cost you. Literally, your teachers are there to help you. When you fall short, when you make a stupid comment in class, when everybody will laugh after you, it's normal. It's going to feel embarrassing. All embarrassment is normal. In a couple years, you either might be excelling, succeeding alongside them, or they're going to mess up as well. So don't be beating up on yourself like, oh my god, why did I say that's dumb. Sometimes you may say a whole statement or answering a question in class, and then after when you go home, you realize it's the wrong conjugation that you made. We've all been there. I promise you, we have all been there. And we're still doing okay in school now. You learn from that mistake and you move on. It is normal to mess up. It is normal to feel like you don't belong there. It is normal for you to question, did I make the right choice? If you're here for your degree, you're here for your degree. You're gonna learn Spanish. You're going to be able to move on. Stop freaking out. Or if you need to freak out and then move on. For every freak out, go study an extra page of words that you don't know yet. Go study an extra 2 page of conjugations that you need to learn. Trust. It is normal. We have all been through it. We just seem calm and cool about it now because we already did the whole embarrassment. I still get embarrassment now. I still get embarrassments now. I still get nervous whenever somebody who is a Cuban speaks to me and I have to have a whole conversation to respond and conjugate in that time. Because a lot of the time my conjugations are wrong and I've been there for years. It is normal. It took me 2 years before I picked up the Cuban Spanish accent. And now when I speak around Cubans, they're like, oh, your Spanish is really good. They're shocked. So give yourself time. That is the whole point of this video. There will always be somebody that speaks better. I promise you, there will always be somebody that speaks better than you. So don't freak out about it. The moral of the story is give yourself time to adjust. I was in class just like you guys with people who were excelling just like you guys and were doing way better than me. They were younger than me and we come from the same place. They were Jamaicans as well, and I felt behind. I felt the same feelings you guys are feeling. I was freaking out the same way. It's normal. It is literally normal. You will catch up eventually. And I was even in class with people who, it was the very, very, very first time they're speaking Spanish. They never know Spanish a day in their life before, and our teacher had to take them aside and start from the very basics that we already knew and were passing to help them. It is normal. Quite normal, in fact, that you will be surprised. People will pass you out. It's fine. You're allowed to fall. You're allowed to falter. It's not that deep. It really isn't. You will get it. And the time for your first year is supposed to be the year where you're living life. In a pre-COVID area, you would have been regularly going to Fabrica, which is a club in Havana. You'd have regularly been up and down restaurants, touring. That's the time where you will have the most free time. When I was in first year or in pre-med, basically, people were telling me as well. I didn't utilize that time. I was home every day, guys. Get up and go outside. Within the extent that you can, because now COVID ruined everything. But if you could get up and go to restaurants and tour the place, go explore Havana. Because once med school starts, you're not gonna have the time. Trust me, you won't have the time. So the time for freaking out is not now. Going out, talking to people, meeting people, exploring while being safe is how you're going to develop your Spanish. Talking to people outside who are better at Spanish helps you develop your Spanish. There are people who will help you be shocked. This is not the time to be freaking out. Your concerns are justified. Let's just say that. They're justified, but they will get better with time. Just give yourself the time that you need. And if you guys are still freaking out and you need help, just DM me and I will tell you further on how you have more things to worry about in the future. Enjoy the time that you have now. And here are steps on how to better yourself in the time. You're allowed to freak out. You're allowed to worry. But you have way more of that to do in the future. So just enjoy this time. That's basically like, the world is burning down and so is your house, but it's going to continue to burn down in your house as well, so might as well enjoy the little time where it's just your house alone burning. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I can't even say it seriously. I hope that this helped you in some way. If it didn't, I'm sorry, but I hope you at least laughed. If not, anyway, please like this video. Please don't dislike it. Let's say that. Please don't dislike this video. Don't forget to subscribe. If this is your first video, I promise I'm way more nice and carrying in other ones that I will link a whole playlist to above. If you have any more questions or you would like advice on something else, feel free to DM me. My Insta info is in the description box below. If you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you've been watching for a while and you haven't subscribed, guys, can you hit that subscribe button, please? Thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.